Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Suikoden 5. In the last episode, we recruited a couple of new characters, Zunda, our window maker, and Boston, our appraiser, and also met Alhazred, a gentleman whose purpose has not quite been disclosed just yet. But we met him. We ended up finding out that he was going after the Book of Condemnation, which we apparently found and gave to Chuck, and he gave back to us, and we gave back to an innkeeper here in Yashuna Village. So, well, Alhazred said, hey, go here, now. So, we're here now. Before I walk into the Tricolor Inn, which is where the shit's can hit the fan pretty much, I want to mention a few preparations. For one, Belkoot's in the front of my party. I've switched the formation over to Crescent because I want to get Belkoot and Zigai, well, available there. Actually, now that I think about it though, I want to reposition the party again because, where are you? Actually, this'll do, I think. And that's not what I meant. Yes is what I meant to do. Okay, now let's switch things around a little bit. There we go. Because, yeah, this boss kind of demands a little bit of redistribution in regards particularly to area stuff, so definitely a good thing to have. Also, I have moved Alhazred, you notice, levels-wise, he is one level away from the Prince. This happened courtesy primarily of two battles in the North Lunas Woods, in which the Prince got, well, dead. And because of that, Alhazred got a lot of experience and the Prince didn't, so we're all good on that front. That's actually a little closer, really, than I anticipated it being in the end of things. I also want to mention I did a little bit of rune equipping on both Vicky. I gave her a fire rune, and I gave Alhazred a fire rune and a water rune. Now, this is primarily because those are the runes I had. If you have cyclone runes or wind runes or other such stuff, obviously use those, because both Vicky's and Alhazred's rune affiliations are really good, so you give them pretty much anything you want. But you definitely want them to be prepared magic-wise going into this, so yeah, just FYI. Alright, so head upstairs here, where we deposited our book before, and what's this? Everywhere, beautiful princesses waiting for me. I'm so happy. Oh no, this is it. This is the Book of Condemnation. It's already begun the offering of doom. The tome drains the life force out of the unwitting fool who opens it. It won't be sated until he's dead. Regarding this part, I regret to say, the research is somewhat less illuminating. Young man, I fear I may need your strength. So, yeah! Boss time against the Book of Condemnation. Oh boy. Yeah, we're fighting a book. Okay, so, what I want to do here is I want to use one of the Clay Guardian scrolls. This very much will help. Let's see, you, go ahead and attack regularly. You attack regularly. Vicky, please go ahead and use level 4 of your fire rune, poor bubbler. Let's see, Alhazred, you use also level 4 of your fire rune, please. Then Prince, we want you, let's see, I think I want to do Fury first. This is level 1 of the Shield Rune. It can provoke Fury on all allies, and depending on luck, it has a better than 40% chance of doing that. So, let's see how that goes. Now, the reason that I'm stressed out about formation and about doing the Clay Guardian and all that is because this guy has some pretty serious AoE crap, and I don't want to fall afoul of it. Too badly, at least. Okay, and he's also got that weird-looking attack. Not sure what you'd call it exactly, but hey, there it is. Alright, so welcome to level 4 of the Fire Rune! Explosion, which blows everything up. And because Vicky's so powerful, it does 700 damage. Let's see how good Alhazred does with it. Be interesting. They both have B affiliation in fire, so be interesting to compare the two, face to face. I think Vicky's gonna win because she has higher magic. Yeah, she wins. Not by a whole lot, but she wins. Alright, now that that's done, let's see. Prince, and yeah, there we go. You attack, you attack. Let's see, and go ahead and pretty much just throw the book at him. Okay, that was a bad pun, but you get my drift anyway. Let's see, I actually want to leave level 3 for the fire, or for the water rune, so I'm actually going to go ahead and shift to level 2. There we go.
Here we go.
Oh, that was nice. Now, you notice the book is getting, well, a little peevish. There's part of your AoE. Okay, yeah, the book is starting to get a little worn out, but that's a good thing, of course, because we want to make sure that we lower the boom on this thing. You want this thing dead ASAP. And I think that did it. Yep. And with a very colorful display there, the book dies. Alright, so you notice lots of money, good bit of party SP, and a resurrection piece, which is definitely a good thing. This is the true, cursed form hidden in the Book of Condemnation. Oh. What happened to me? The power of the Book of Condemnation took you to the brink of the hereafter, that's all. The Book of Condemnation? What? Huh? Ah! Oops! Yeah, it was freaking Urim Barrows! Ha 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 ha! Well, the cat's out of the bag now. The mysterious seer's secret identity revealed at last. It is I, Urim Barrows. I found that book in my father's collection. Well, we already knew his father was an idiot, but jeez. I figured a cursed book would be the best way to get back at you. But how could it be that you're fine and I wound up getting cursed? Only he who opens the tome is affected by the curse. No kidding? No kidding. Oh, that explains it. It didn't seem to be working, so I thought I'd have a closer look. And then I just saw a bright light and the most beautiful blossoming princesses you could imagine. Ha 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 ha! Curses! And off he goes. Yeah! Ow, 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 ow! Sir, are you alright? Of course I'm not alright! Do these stairs look soft to you? Oh, my poor, fragile, gentlemanly body. But my resolve is undamaged. I'll get my revenge for this pain too! Sir? What was that all about? It'd take a little too long to explain, I think. Anyway, I must show my appreciation. I could never have retrieved the Book of Condemnation without your help. I thank you most sincerely. Come on, join us! Join you? My, so you are the Prince of Falena and the General of the Nirvana Dawn Army. Very well, we shall travel together. There are many places to see, after all. Many libraries and shops with forgotten old tomes. Alright, so Alhazred officially joins us as a Star of Destiny. Here, take this. I won't take no for an answer. I seek only the most valuable of tomes. I hold no interest in cursed items. So we get the Condemnation Orb, which is not really very good. You can sell it, but you don't get any money for it, because nobody else wants it either. But it's okay as far as orbs are concerned. I don't use it generally, and if you want to, be my guest, but I don't know, it's not that great really. Okay, so a little bit about Alhazred. First off, he is the one to get all of your old books. Give them to him. You can go read them anytime you want. He'll keep them in the library. You don't have to keep them in your inventory. Secondly, he's a fairly good magic user, but he's not super great. Vicky outstrips him easily, particularly with chain magic. Zarase beats the pants off of him with Star Rune, and we're going to get at least a couple of other mages that outclass him as well. Army battles, he's not all that great either, unfortunately. Again, not super bad, but not super great either. He's average to fairly good, ultimately, in the scope of things, so take that for what it's worth. Alright, so now that we're done with that, actually, it is a good idea to keep Alhazred in your party, because he will be helpful in recruiting somebody else coming up in just a second. In order to do that recruiting, we actually have to head over to go see the beavers in Beaver Lodge. So, without further ado, I will see you guys there. Ah, Your Royal Highness! It's so nice to hear that Lord Lake's doing so well. Though we can never fully atone for building the fortress, I hope we've shown Lord Lake our true colors now. So, what can I do for you today? Hey, how about you join us? Join your cause? Oh, you sure know how to put a beaver on the spot. Now, please understand, were we to join any human cause, it would be yours. But we've learned our lesson from building the fortress. Better to be safe and avoid all human conflicts. Besides, we beavers are builders, not fighters. Our furry little paws aren't much good at holding weapons. Okay, so we can't recruit Voala right now, but just keep that in mind for later. Now, the real reason why we're over here at Beaver Lodge actually has to do not so much with what's in Beaver Lodge, but with what's outside Beaver Lodge. And that is our next location. So head out of here and head west. Well, out of the west. Head southeast from here, and you'll come to this nice little pile of rocks here. This is the Waterfall Basin. Okay, so, yeah, this place. One thing I will note that I have prepared in advance, lots of antitoxins. If you plan on fighting the enemies here, you will very much need them, trust me. Okay, so go east across the river, head north, and you see that treasure chest there. We'll get it in a second. Firstly, we'll kill some vampire bats. Now, hopefully, these vampire bats will be nice and drop stuff for me. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, cool, they did. Drain pieces. You can get drain pieces from these guys fairly easily. You can also get some other good stuff here too, which makes this one of the better spots right now for, essentially for treasure hunting and that sort of thing. Alright, so go over here, grab some pale moon beads. Then go south here, and once we get to another chain of rocks, we can go across those. Let's see, where art thou? Oh, there thou art. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so as we go over here, let's look for a chest that's going to be under a tree. Where art thou? There you are. Okay, hidden under a tree for a Stone of Luck. Alright, from there, go back around and south down through here. And we run into a new enemy, Huge Legs, which are some pretty powerful guys on foot. So, fortunately though, they will mostly attack the front row, which, well, that's why I put... Why do you think I put Zagai and Belkut on the front row? For that reason precisely. So, that makes them a little easier to deal with. Alright, so now, head south down here, and we will find another treasure chest waiting right there. And we get the mini-boss of the area, oh boy. Hello, Tarantula! Well, pretty much a palette swap of Huge Legs, just harder, you notice. And they envenomed Belkut. I think this is actually the first time we've seen Venom. Venom is a much more pernicious form of poison It's a more durable form of poison, so I'm going to actually go ahead and cure that. Yep. You attack, you attack. Vicky, let's actually have you whip out the fire rune here, which I have not rested from the fight with the book. Oh well. Yeah, there, do that. Al has read, same thing. And then Prince, you just attack for the moment, I guess. Okay, I think this should pretty well... Oh, there we go. Never mind. Alright, well, we got Belcoot cured, and we got that dead. And you notice we get a Venom Orb, which mostly I would sell, and an Eyeball Ring, which is actually fairly useful. Alright, so, let's take a look at the couple of things we have. Venom Orb adds Venom to attacks. Yay. Eyeball Ring, HP drain 5%. That's pretty good. That's definitely something I will take. And in point of fact, I will go ahead and equip that on... Let's see. I will equip that on... Who needs it more? Is it Guy or Belcoot? Belcoot probably needs it more right now, since he's not fully equipped and his defense is a little lower. Alright, now, what's down here? A resurrection piece, which, again, we got one of those fairly recently. Alright, so now that that's done, let's head back across the creek, shall we? Okay, now that we are back over on the northern bank, let's go back up here and head down this eastern track, and let's see. Okay, yeah, head down the eastern track here. And we find another enemy, the Ogre Frog. Now, why would you care about a big giant green balloon that looks like it just wants to be popped? Well, these guys actually can drop Prosperity Rune pieces at a 2% clip, so don't... Well, I mean, you can farm them if you want, but you're most likely not going to get that drop, so have fun trying. But still, if you do manage to get that drop, oh, you're in really good shape. Alright, so once we finally get to the end of this path, if we can... Alright, well, maybe not. I said, once we get done, we can cross over the river. Yeah, here we go. Alright, cross over, and head east from there. Once we are able to do that, we get to find another treasure under a tree. I believe. Let's find it. Come on. Ah, darn it. Where art thou, treasure? I could have sworn there was another one. Let's see. It's saying it's under the tree here, so maybe I just... I think I see it there. Okay, now if I'm seeing it right, yeah, there you are. There we go. Voice set 4. Boy, that's a pain to find. Alright, once that's done, go south and start snaking around. And as we do so, as it turns out, we are actually coming to the end of this place. You got a Journeyman's Crystal here, which, honestly, I'm not entirely sure why it's there. You don't particularly need it. But, I guess just in case you're a little despaired, go across here, and we head north. As we head north, just kind of slayed up to the northeast to this point, and we find ourselves, well, about to transition. And as we head over here, well, I was going to say, that's not exactly who I expected to be here, honestly. Hello, Richard. Have we met? Now I remember. You're the prince. You were in the opening ceremony for the Sacred Games. I was in the Sacred Games too, but I was knocked out in the first round. Before the fight, a girl gave me some sweets. I scarfed them down, and then my limbs went numb. I couldn't even stand. What? You came to the waiting room to check on me when I was sleeping? Sorry, I was out. I can hardly remember a thing. Oh, the name's Richard. I'm a member of the Lindworm Mercenary Brigade. Please, join us. Well... I sort of embarrassed myself at the Sacred Games. Mueller was pretty steamed. Told me I was a failure. He told me to go find a mountain and some waterfalls and toughen myself up like a big boy. I've got to stay on this mountain for the time being. Sorry. Now, that actually is not straight out a denial. That is, instead, a bit of a hint. In other words, it's time to go back to headquarters and talk to Mueller. Okay, so let me mention why I'm a little surprised at this. Because in the way that my notes have it written out, this actually was supposed to come second. We were supposed to come here, meet another character that had to do with Alhazred, talk to them, recruit them, then come back here, talk to Richard, come back to HQ, talk to Mueller, come back here again, and then recruit Richard. So we seem to be skipping events a little bit. But anyway, we're going to head back to HQ, and I will see you guys there when we go talk to Mueller. Okay, well, I will note that the Lindworm Mercenary Brigade are here in the inn for whatever reason. But anyway, let's talk to Mueller. Huh? Richard? I wonder he's off. I heard he's off on some mountain, wandering around like a fool. What? Training in a waterfall basin? How foolhardy. If you run into him, tell him to get his pathetic carcass home. And just like that, that's all we gotta do here, so I'll see you back at the waterfall basin to talk to Richard. What? Mueller wants me back? Wow, I guess I'm going home then. So Mueller's in your castle, right? Is it okay if I come stay there too? Come on, please? Alright, I'm heading there right now. Yay! We have Richard! Alright, so he didn't join the party immediately, which is unfortunate. But, oh my god, we just got a good one. Okay, so, of course you notice Richard said, oh, I lost in the first round of the Sacred Games. Belcoot, of course, lost in the finals of the Sacred Games. Honestly, the only way those two guys could have lost in the Sacred Games is exactly by which they did lose. Trickery. Belcoot, we already see why he's really good. He is top-notch in terms of strength. He's one of the best short fighters in the game. Richard is basically the best short fighter in the game. He has top marks not just in strength, but also in vitality, agility, and technique, which means not only is he going to hit hard, he's probably going to hit multiple times, and he's going to be able to dodge a lot of crap that gets thrown at him. One thing about Richard, though, he's a little bit of a glass jaw when it comes to magic damage, so just be careful about that. But aside from that, Richard does basically everything you want in a short-range fighter. I mean, everything. He's really, really good. Now, the only difference really, I guess, between him and some of the other really, really good short-range fighters as well is kind of depending on whether you like avoiding damage, like Richard, or whether you like soaking up damage, like with a couple of folks that we're going to meet later. That's really about the only difference. Other than that, in regards to army battles, as Richard mentioned, he is a member of the Lindworm Mercenary Brigade, so keep him together with Wilhelm and Mueller, please. He adds additional strength to that unit and makes an already good cavalry unit even freaking better. Okay, I haven't sung Richard's praises enough yet, have I? Alright, so I'm curious about something. Something that did not pop up, that's supposed to pop up at that waterfall. I want to actually run down here and go back up. And I want to see if this queues this way. If I can just transition screens and have this queue up with the other person. Well, the other potential party member, I should say. It doesn't look like it's going to. Let me give it another try or two. And if it doesn't queue that way, then I guess I've got to exit the area and reload it. That's looking like that's probably what I'm going to have to do. This is the encounter that I expected to pop up first, instead of Richard. Like, okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like I'm going to have to do. So, I will see you guys back here, where hopefully we queue up the other encounter after having queued up Richard. Okay, before we, visit the party member in the waterfall basin, I actually realized my error about said person. And that is, we actually have to talk to the folks around the Beaver Lodge. Because if you talk to, well, let's see, none of you are saying it. If you talk to the right person, then they will talk about a rumor that Boss lives at a waterfall upstream. From what I've heard, the Elder's father saw him long ago. Okay, so that cues you, actually, to go over and talk to Fualu again. And once you talk to him, Boss? Yes, I've heard about him, from my father, actually. Before he died, he talked about meeting Boss. He wouldn't shut up about it. You know, my father lived an incredibly long time for a beaver. I didn't take him seriously because he was going senile at that point. Now I wish I'd listened a bit more carefully. Seems like he might have been telling the truth. Alright, so that actually will cue the appearance of the person, well, party member, I should say, at the waterfall basin. You have to do that in order to make him appear. I actually had not put that in my notes, and so had since forgotten about it, so that's my bad. It's better actually that you do that when you first go to Beaver Lodge as you're trying to recruit Fualu before you even go to the waterfall basin in the first place. Thus, you can kind of kill two birds with one stone as that goes. So, now that that's taken care of, let's go chase him down, shall we? This boulder is suspicious. I've not read of such a thing in any ancient tome. That's not a boulder! It's a turtle! I say! A tortoise? Ah, visitors. Welcome. What's this? A tortoise that can speak the human tongue? Even the Encyclopedia of Natural History doesn't make note of such a thing. Ho, ho, ho. Did I surprise you? I'm Gino. Some prefer to call me by the name of Boss. Boss? So the lore of the beavers is actually true? I felt the presence of one who has lived quite long, so I decided to investigate. I was right. Younger folk irritate this old tortoise, and older folk rarely wander into these mountains. So sad. Older folk, would you mind chatting for a bit? I haven't had guests in such a long time. Yes, a long, long time. A wonder not recorded in even a single tome right before my very eyes. I would truly love to converse with one such as yourself. Excellent. Excellent. About 10 years should be enough time, give or take. 10 years? Do you realize how many tomes could be poured over in that amount of time? Fine, but you have to join us! Join you? Whatever do you mean, human? Oh, ho ho ho! So, you have other old folk supporting your cause? I can converse at length with them? At long length? Ho ho ho! Conversing at long length sounds wonderful. All right, young one. I'll pay your place a short visit. About 10 years should be enough time, give or take. And with that, Gino becomes a Star of Destiny. So, young one, should I accompany you now? Nope, you just go right on over to Saros Lake, please. Ho ho ho. I'll visit your place then. Okay, so now we have Gino in the party. Alright, a quick word about Gino. Gino, of course, is obviously an animal. And just as in other Suikoden games, you can have animals in your party. Just as in other Suikoden games and in other RPGs, like, say, Infinite Undiscovery, said animals take up more than one place in your party, as is the case with Gino. He takes up 2 spots. He's decent. He is very defensive, as you can imagine from a giant tortoise, and actually grants your party 50% ailment resistance as long as he's in it, which is good. Problem is, he takes up 2 spots, which means you have to kick out 2 human party members, which can do lots of damage to Geno's damage. So, ultimately, there's not really a whole, or I guess terribly much of a place for him in battle. If you want to use him in certain situations, go ahead, but he's never going to be able to outpower 2 human party members. He kind of doesn't outpower 1 human party member, so unfortunately his utility is only middling at best. But it's good to have him, and now that we have him, we're finally done. So, next time on Suikoden 5, we're actually going to get back to the story, effectively. But I will note before we go, this is a really good time to do treasure hunting type stuff. Now that you can get your treasure hunting up to level B, take Zweig and Lorelei with you, take Egbert with you, and you can go either here, where you can get those drain pieces from the vampire bats, or you can get the eyeball rings and other such things, or you could possibly get prosperity rune pieces from the ogre frogs, or go over to North Lunas at risk of your life. You can fight the killer bald eagle, get equilibrium pieces, or equilibrium rune pieces, or most notably fight the salamander, which we did not see there. It's pretty powerful. It might completely destroy you, but it will drop one of the better armors you get right now, the fire dragon armor, and any enemies you fight there will drop lots of money, so good news on both counts there. I will probably head to North Lunas for a little bit, but ultimately it's up to you. And next time on Suikoden 5, we are pretty much done with all of our recruiting, I believe, so we are going to get back to the story proper. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.